pregnant and prepping for postpartum right now, this video is going to be about how your partner can be supportive in those first few weeks when you get home with your baby. Focus a lot on postpartum prep for moms, like physical recovery and things like that, but my husband did so much for me, especially in those first 2-3 weeks when I spent a lot of time in bed. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, and we have a special guest, my husband, who has never been on my TikTok before. So he's going to talk about what he did for me. Please be nice to him or he will never come on again. Like, he will never come on again, and he's going to be watching those comments, so be nice. Okay.
The first time on here, bear with me right now. There's so much you can do to help. Starting at the basics, when your wife or partner first comes home, she's going to have difficulty getting in and out of the bath or moving around the house, so you want to make sure that you are helping getting her from A to B. Make sure that all the supplies that are needed when she's going to the bathroom, that's all there for her, so everything's lined up. Make sure that you're keeping a notes app of all the different meds that she might be on, and you're taking the mental stress away from essentially what she has to think about.
You're keeping track of like all the different pain medications for me so that I don't fall behind. So what time I took and how much of what, and he did all of the management of that, so I didn't have to keep tabs on when it was time to take the next dose. So that was really helpful.
Yeah, so that's the physical state. The mental state, you need to make sure that taking the portion of all the family communications out of the equation, so just relieving her of all the different things that she has to think about. So if there's family trying to come over and you know that the baby's sleeping or wife or partner's not in the right space, then make sure that you are the point of contact and handling those communications. Sort of make sure that long state, not just from like when the baby comes, but always checking in on her. You want to make sure that her mental state's okay. Postpartum depression is real. You don't know when it's going to come. That is a huge different thing that we can do a different video on. Mm-hmm. But you always want to make sure that she is okay. Always check in with her.
Mm-hmm. In most cases, the partner knows you best. Yeah. So he's the one that can speak to if I'm a little bit off. And you educated yourself prior on what was normal, what was not normal. So he had a bit of a baseline going into it. But I think, to your point, you kept tabs on my mental state, and when things started to be a little off, you were really good at checking in, and you also knew what to do and who to contact.
So on that note as well, not just for her, but also the baby as well. You want to know who to contact as far as doctors, the OB, all these different people you need to have a list of. Mm-hmm. So in case something comes up, you can reach out on her behalf.
Yep.
And that leaves the house. You want to make sure that you're doing all the house stuff. So dishes and cleanliness and everything that is normally maybe a shared responsibility, you're doing everything. So she's probably going to be in bed for the most part of a few weeks after the birth.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure everything's done.
Yep.
That's huge.
Okay. We have way more that we can talk about, so we can do a part 2 if that's of interest, but yeah, I think that was a good start. Definitely recommend, if you have not yet had this discussion, to sit down with your partner pre-baby and figure out what tasks are on the plate and who's going to take care of what, whether you hire somebody, bring a family member in. If your partner, he was able to handle most of his own, which is crazy, but just take all of the extra stuff off of the plate of who's having the baby so they can just focus on recovering from birth, because it's crazy town.
Yeah, we could do a baby part 2.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.